So this is my birth story with my second daughter Elodie whilst I straighten my hair. So let's go back to the 11th of November when I had my first sweep booked in, as I was 40 plus 3 weeks that day. So I had a sweep booked in for the 11th. Early in the morning she came out and obviously done the sweep. Everything was fine. She told me what to look out for and obviously what was to come after the sweep had happened. So she told me that I would bleed and obviously I would get some bits of pain and stuff, and I did bleed and obviously I did get pains. Later on that night, around 8 to 9 o'clock in the evening, I started to get light contraction pains. So I was like, okay, maybe this sweep has actually worked. And the pains started happening, I literally just carried on with what I was doing. I was literally watching films, but I just could not get comfy watching them, as they were just starting to get like a bit more painful, let's just say that. So this went on for a good few hours, probably up until midnight. They were like quite light, but I could deal with them. I then tried to go to bed, sleep. Let's just say I tried to go to sleep, but I just couldn't. I literally would go into sleep for like 10 minutes and come back out and be in absolute agony from contractions as they were getting worse. It then got to about 3 in the morning and I took myself into the living room and I was literally just bouncing on my ball for ages because I just could not hack the pain that I was literally in. The contractions were so bad at this point. Like, I felt like I was gonna cry. I didn't cry. I didn't cry. But I felt like I just wanted to just scream because they were so painful. So I was bouncing on my ball for a while and then it just got to the point where I was like, no, I need to run a bath. Maybe the like hot water might help. So I ran a bath and it was around 4 o'clock when I ran a bath, and I ended up going on FaceTime with my sister. And I was just telling her I'm in so much pain. Can her boyfriend maybe take me to the hospital before he goes to work? She rang her boyfriend, and he said yes, make sure I'm ready at this time. So I literally chilled in the bath for a while and then I ended up getting out at around 4:45. When I got out, I had this sudden urge to go to the toilet and a massive urge to push. So I was literally sitting on the toilet and I was like pushing. I ended up then popping my own waters from pushing that much, and I ended up started to bleed. I then went into my bedroom and I woke up my partner and I was like, right, something is happening. We need to go to the hospital. He then got up, luckily, and I ended up going back into the bathroom because I was just in so much pain and I was just like, I don't know how to deal with this. So I went back into the bathroom and then it felt like I needed the toilet again. So I started pushing again because I had this massive urge to just keep pushing, to actually come to realise my baby was on her way. I was literally pushing to the point where she was getting delivered in my bathroom. My partner actually ended up coming to the bathroom and said he could see her whole head because I was pushing that much and she was literally ready to enter the world. So he was like this under me, ready to like catch her because her head was there. And then obviously everything else started to come out, her arms, her legs. The rest just slipped out, whilst the head was the most painful part. So yeah, she literally decided to come and I honestly couldn't stop myself from pushing or anything. My sister was like, stop pushing, you can hemorrhage, it's so dangerous. I was like, I literally can't help it. To then find out my sister was on the phone still going, go on Co, you can do it, literally cheering me on whilst I was giving birth in my bathroom. So yeah, I literally pushed for like not even that long. I started pushing around 5, just after 5, and she came out just before 5:30. And then like was literally in the bathroom in the world around half 5 in the morning. Kyron, my partner, was absolutely amazing. He delivered obviously our daughter and it was just such a magical time to do that with him because if I was there on my own, I honestly don't know what I would have done. But yeah, he was literally saying how much he could like see the head. He was like, oh my god, the head. And then he was like, the arms are coming and stuff like that. So it was all like crazy, absolutely crazy in the morning. And this was on the 12th of November. And then she literally was here and I ended up just sitting in the bathroom for a good like 45 minutes waiting for an ambulance that was not turning up because they had a 7-hour wait for ambulances. So they ended up calling out 2 midwives to the house that did end up coming 45 minutes later, and they done the rest of the things, like got the placenta out for me, because I was literally sitting on it and it was so painful, like it was so uncomfortable, because we were on the phone to the hospital as we rang like 999 after I gave birth, and they were like taking us through steps. They did tell us to get a bobble and tie it around the umbilical cord, but Kyron tried to do it, but it wasn't like tight enough. So yeah, they did everything they needed to do when they came out. They checked the baby to make sure she was okay. They weighed her, and obviously they done what they needed to do with me. They were amazing as well, midwives. They were absolutely amazing. They were so lovely. They were just calming me down because I was just like, I was weak, but they were like making sure I was fine and making sure that I needed to have everything that I needed. They were asking if I needed food, asking if I needed something to drink. Also Kyron, he was amazing, absolutely amazing. He kept bringing me like apple juice to give me some energy. He made me a milkshake. He was like doing the best he could to make sure I was okay. Once everything was checked over, baby was checked over, and everything was fine. I actually did have to go to the hospital then because I have a metabolic condition, and they wanted to check if baby had it as well. So I did have to stay in the hospital overnight so they could do like a heel prick test to see if she came back with any signs of it, but she didn't, so that's good. And then I was able to go home the day after, which was so nice. But it was just so nice to be in the hospital as well, just in case I needed any like support and stuff. Kyron was obviously in the hospital with me until he had to go home, and my firstborn daughter Aura ended up going to my sister's at like 6 in the morning, 5:30, 6 in the morning, because obviously I just gave birth and my sister ended up looking after her for me. It was just a crazy morning, crazy evening, all the way up until like 5:30 giving birth, because I genuinely thought I could be at home with the contractions that I did. As my first daughter, when I gave birth to her, I was at home until 7 centimetres, and then I ended up going to the hospital and giving birth. But I literally gave birth with no pain relief whatsoever, so I'm so proud of myself for that. Didn't ever think I was going to give birth unplanned in the bathroom of my home to my second daughter, but it's such a magical experience to like talk about, and I can't wait to tell Elodie when she's older how she was born, because it's definitely a lovely moment for both me and my partner. We just couldn't stop talking about it all day, like literally all day. The day I gave birth, we were just constantly like, oh my god, I can't believe I gave birth with no pain relief in the bathroom, and he literally delivered her. Like, he'll make such an amazing midwife. But yeah, my second birth was absolutely magical. So unplanned, but I would definitely do it all over again. I honestly would. But I thought, why not give you a little birth story on how my second was born, because it's just crazy. It was just a crazy moment. And it also gives me another video to post on my YouTube channel. So yeah, that was literally my crazy birth.